Okay, guys, we're here today with Nick Rod. Guys, Nick had one of the best performances on ADCC last week. He got second, and he has been doing Jiu-Jitsu for only 16 months. He was blue belt when he competed on ADCC, and then they gave him the purple belt on the podium, right?
Yes, sir.
And guys, we are doing one instructional video with Nick, all about like conditioning performance. And so today I'm gonna ask him some questions about like how he does it. Because for example, I was on ADCC, I was watching, and then he would start the match. The opponents would go back and forth with him, but in the end of the match, he was like, keep going, keep chasing, keep going crazy hard. And today, for example, we trained here for like almost 1 hour as well, and he was just in the middle, and we were like rotating him, and he was not getting tired as well. So how do you work your conditioning and everything?
So my philosophy on getting good cardio, especially like ADCC type cardio, is never take a round off. If you're at practice and your professor says you guys do an hour live, you gotta do an hour live, and you have to treat it like competition. You can't just you can't just pull guard and sit down the whole time and expect to get great cardio. You have to be constantly attacking. If you're on the ground, you gotta be throwing legs, chasing the submission the whole time. So in practice, constantly chasing the submission and going for the win, because I think it helps it every way, whether that being technically, whether that being, better conditioned. It all makes a difference. And if you're skipping rounds, I can guarantee your opponent's not. So yeah, definitely don't take any rounds off. And if you're the lifting weights type, high reps, man. You really want that physique and those abs and those muscles to pop. You gotta go high reps. I mean, nothing I do is less than 4 sets of 20 reps. So I think having high reps in conjunction with never taking a round off. If you're doing an hour or 30 to 45 minutes of hard lifting every day, and then an hour of live every day, and then half an hour or 45 minutes of drilling, your cardio is gonna be top notch. So I say never take a round off. Keep lifting hard, and always chase this up.
And how many times you work out per week, lifting?
Per week? 7 days a week. I train jiu-jitsu 5 times a week. I wrestle twice a week, and then I lift weights 7 days a week.
And then how long is each workout for the lifts?
So for the lifts, I don't go longer than 30 to 45 minutes max. And I do 45 minutes max. Everything I do is I train one body part a day, 4 sets of 20 reps, and 8 exercises per body part.
Okay. And do you split that in phases, like according, it's getting close to the tournaments, the beginning of the year, or do you do the same training the entire year?
So I do the same training the entire year. I change the weights around a little bit. Like for instance, I compete this weekend in Houston, so I'm still doing high reps, but a little bit less weight. I don't want to be as sore pre-match, but when I have time that I'm not competing, I just go as hard as I can all the time.
No, I got it. And guys, one thing I noticed when he was training today is that you are well known for playing on top, but you pull guard all the time, right? Like
I gotta learn.
Yeah, so
I don't like playing bottom in competition, but in practice it's necessary. I'm not too good at leg locks, so I train them all the time. I'm not too good at sweeping people, so I train them all the time. I don't like to have any holes in my game. Right now I have a few, so I'm doing my best to close them up.
Right. And what about nutrition?
Nutrition is really, in my opinion, it's like 85 to 90% of any professional athlete's world. You have to be able to cook. You have to be able to eat your food, and eating enough food. A lot of athletes really think that they're getting enough nutrition, and majority of the time they're not. Protein's a big part of the game. Like, if you're not eating a minimum, if you're a professional athlete, you're not eating a minimum of your body weight in protein per grams. So, for instance, I'm 235, 240 pounds. If I don't eat at least 240 grams of protein a day, I'm doing something wrong. That's the bare minimum. So I try, nutrition-wise, I try to get 1 gram to 1.4 grams of protein per pound, roughly 300, 320 for me. It's a lot of food. It's a lot of commitment.
And how many meals per day?
Usually I get like 5 meals in, but big meals. Like breakfast for me is kind of small. I do like 3 eggs, 2 pieces of toast, and some bacon. But every other meal after that is like 8 ounces of chicken, 2 cups of rice, something along those lines.
Okay. And one thing that everybody always asks is like the day of the tournament, what do you eat?
So day before, And so actually the week prior to a tournament, right? Week prior to my competition, I'll have really high carbs, I'd say up until about 3 days before. So I really high carbs up until about 3 days before I compete, and then I do no carbs. So 2 days before competition, I cut all the carbs, just protein, and then day before competition, all I eat is high sugars. So I do like a bunch of fruit, bunch of breads, bunch of pasta, almost no protein. And what that does is when you have like 4 days before competition, you have a lot of carbs. You absorb everything. You get your body really tense and really ready for competition. Then you cut the carbs out for those 2 days, drain all the water, and then right before you compete, you just kill all the sugars, all the fruits, all the bananas, all the carbs, all the sodium, and you blow back up, and your body's just ramped up, ready to go. That's how I've done it since high school, man. Since I was like 14, 15, it's never failed me.
And how did you learn that? This is something that the wrestlers do as well, or this is something that someone taught you, or you just studied?
So in high school, they taught us a little bit about carb cycling, especially like how to get your body to peak. And that's really it, man. Everybody is different, you know. Everything works differently for most people, but I find that if I just kind of hold off on the carbs, you know, week of competition, and then day before I just pound it out like as much as possible, and I just blow up, I feel fantastic. Granted, I'm not cutting weight, you know. I am heavyweight, but I like to look good when I compete. I like to feel even better.
I got it. Oh, Nick, there's something interesting about ADCC. I remember Todd, who works with us, he told me that one day before the tournament, he came to you and said, man, great job, you did amazing today, and on Saturday. And what was the strategy today? And then you told him, was forward. What's the strategy for tomorrow? Forward. So that's always the strategy.
Yeah. I like to, you know, I'm not at the stage in my career where I can beat people technically. So I have to beat them by being tougher than them. I have to keep pushing the pace. I have to break them mentally, break them physically, and overpower them, and you know, just let my willpower and my intensity do the work. I have a few techniques that I use here and there, but for the most part, for this ADCC, man, it was just trying as hard as I can, just going balls to the walls every single match, and working for every advantage I got.
Yeah, so guys, we are shooting one entire structure with him, all about his physical conditioning and nutrition and everything. So it's gonna come out soon at BJJFanatics.com. Maybe by the time you're watching this video, it's already there. So thanks so much, Nick. Appreciate it. Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJFanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTubeFaria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.